Good morning. Another day today. We are taking a road trip. This road trip's going to take us across country. We're leaving where I live here and heading down. I'm going to pick up my buddy here in Greer, South Carolina. And then we're heading north. That'd be Greg. Go up through Tigerville, pick up Highway 11. We're going to come up and do 276 again. And this time we're going to actually drive it the whole way, going up through the mountain wilderness area. We're then heading up 76 here through Duna Rock, and then Pisgah Forest, and then continue on a windy 276 here, all the way up to a place called Waynesville. Then we're going to head northeast on 209 here on this windy road, and wish us luck because we're going to go through luck. 209 north all the way to Hot Springs. That's our destination more or less today. Depending upon our time and whatever else, we're going to try to go across here through White Rock, Allegheny to Flag Pond, and then probably come back down Interstate 26. By then it'll be 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I think we've had enough driving for today. So let's hit the road. Look how clear it is today. We had a bunch of weather come through here. You can even see Mount Mitchell out in the distance. That is the highest place east of the Mississippi. We have charged up today all the way up, 100%, 293 miles of range here in the Model Y. Don't think we're going to need it, but I charged it anyway. Never know where we're going to decide to go. Once we're in Hot Springs, we may end up in Tennessee. You just never know. You don't see this very often. I usually never charge to 100%, not needed. But today I thought I would stretch it out and do the whole 293. So when you charge your battery to 100%, if you look real close there, you see all the dots? That means the battery is 100% full. And when I go to regen, by taking my foot off the accelerator, let me get the pattern out of the way. So I take my foot off the accelerator and we get no regen. And the reason is, obviously, there's no place to put that regenerative energy back into the car because the battery's absolutely full. So I'll have to use the real brakes here, unfortunately, until I get enough energy used out of the battery so that I can then restore energy back in on regeneration. So one tip you might consider when you're driving an electric car, depending upon the destination and the available range here in the car, you'll want to start your trip out not at a super fast speed. You want to kind of baby it a little bit, maybe 5 miles an hour less than what you would normally ride. And then this will allow everything to warm up, and you'll end up getting a much better range if you start out using less energy at the beginning of your trip. Landrum, South Carolina. It's interesting, they must have their lights on a timer rather than a photocell. It is pretty. The sun is behind us here. Yeah, well, you'll see this. Look at Google here. We're going to Scottish breakfast, and it wants us to go back, around, down, and up, and all around. Isn't that wild? We just turn right here at this road, and it's right there. So go figure. Google's great, but not all the time. We're here for Scottish breakfast. This is the town of Brevard, North Carolina. We're gonna switch
now
around.
Turn right onto Old Hendersonville Highway.
Yes, dear. We're gonna switch up here and continue on 276 now.
Now turn left onto Augusta Road.
So Brevard is another one of these towns that have been here a long time. Pretty cool. We're on 276 still and heading up the mountains now. Leaving Brevard now, heading up 276 through the mountains on the way to Waynesville. We're entering the Pisgah National Forest here now. Try not to run over people walking on the side of the road. It's awful cold to be walking out here. just coming into the town of Canton, North Carolina. Kind of a spread out type place. This is Waynesville, and we're heading out of town here now. This is Highway 23. This will turn into Highway 209 up here a little bit. Just leaving the town of Waynesville. Yeah, we just crossed under Highway 23. That one takes you down to the tail of the dragon. We are now kind of northwest here on Highway 209. Turn right here at 209.
Now bear right onto Betsy's Gap Road.
Betsy's Gap Road. Alright, what's this sign say? I guess some kind of, what you call it, alright?
Yeah.
Betsy's Gap Road now. very cool barns here. close to Hot Springs now, 7.9 miles. Got a lot of curvy roads, but we're getting there. Yes, it continues to be windy. We're not getting out of this anytime soon, I think. But it's sure pretty. We're just about down now. The destination's not far. We're straightening out the road and it's getting flat now. Getting close to Hot Springs. It's some kind of a round house of some kind.
Built to take advantage of the views.
Yeah, looks that way, huh? We are just coming into Hot Springs here now. A lot more population. We're going to wander around Hot Springs a little bit and check it out. And we're going to set our next destination here. Hot Springs, North Carolina.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Looks like it's been here a while. We are leaving Hot Springs now. We drove around Hot Springs. There's not a lot going on, so we're moving down the road. We're headed now to a place called Flag Pond. It's in Tennessee. Another set of twisty turnies here on, I think it's Highway 209 still. We're on 25, and then we'll cut over there. Leaving Hot Springs, North Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. More energy. Downhill. So here's our turn on 108 now, and we're going to make a left and head up to Flag Pond. We've been here before. How's that way look, your co-pilot? Okay, here we go.
Asheville Highway.
All right, Old Asheville Highway. Looks like 352 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're turning right. We finally got our signal back here for our navigation. With AT&T, there's more bars in fewer places, apparently. Just leaving Flag Pond here now and heading to I-26. We're going to take that back to the Asheville Supercharger.
Now turn right onto Upper Higgins Creek Road.
Still pretty scenic.
We are driving around the streets of Asheville. There was a wreck going south on 26, so we got off, drove through downtown. We're now south of the city, going to get on Interstate 40 and head over to the Supercharger. Kind of going about around your elbow to scratch your side. So we're getting there. I'm hooked up to the Asheville Supercharger. We got here with about 35 miles. We're going to charge up, and then after this, we're going to get some lunch, and then I think we're going to head home via the back roads down the back side of the mountain. Here at the Asheville Supercharger, and everybody is properly lined up on their own cabinet. Getting a charge and on the road again, getting some lunch today. We are charged. We're getting out of here, but we're stopping at Chick-fil-A for lunch, which happens to be right next to the Supercharger. So let's head over to Chick-fil-A. We are working our way through Lower Asheville, now Skyland. We're heading over to Chick-fil-A. Thought one was right near the Supercharger, but apparently Google was incorrect. Fancy that. Anyway, we're heading over to Chick-fil-A, and then we're going to head off into the back roads and head home. Leaving Asheville now on Mills Gap, headed over to Fairview, and then we're going south from there. Just in Fairview, North Carolina now, heading south on 74. Up the twisty turnies here on 74. Sure got our share of them today.
We'll be walking in circles when we get out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, the roads are good.
Yeah, they're actually not too bad. Some of them are pretty bad in South Carolina, but by and large, these are okay. Turn left to stay on the road.
Yeah, if you don't turn left, you won't stay on the road.
Yeah. You'll be off the road.
Now turn left to stay on Charlotte Highway.
to go straight.
This is there in the field.
I guess.
Had to laugh to myself a couple of times while looking up and seeing those goats 20 feet away. It was the last thing I expected to see.
Close to the top here now. Girton. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Free energy. We are in the city of Girton. This is a 7% grade, which translates into plenty of energy here in the Tesla. And again, this whole trip has been one pedal driving, hardly any brake. I think I used it once or twice, so I stopped. People would stay on their side of the road. It'd be really good. Coming down from Girton now. It's a great downhill. This is kudzu here that covers everything. Pretty wild. We're down here in the Bat Cave area on 74 now. Heading south, there's a nice river. It's hard to see. You can kind of see it down there on the other side of the guardrail. Very cool, lots of rocks, pretty neat. You've seen this before. This is Lake Lure and the entrance to Chimney Rock State Park, which is up there. Cool place to come and see. And we're just heading south here on 74. Lots of people here. There's always lots of people here in Lake Lure. Lots of little shopping, a lot of fun things to do. Leaving the Lake Lure area now, heading south on 74 here. Next stop, Mills River. All right, this is Mill Spring. Hope you didn't blink.
Yeah, if I could get a nursing home or something someplace. I should probably start making the rounds of the nursing homes now, asking if I can have a radio.
This is the junction of Highway 108 and
Now
Highway
turn
9.
right onto Highway 108 East.
And we're turning right on 108, heading south. Wow. Look at that gas station over there. That looks like that's been there a while. Okay, we're on 108 South now. We are at Highway 74.
Now turn right to take the US 74
And
West
we're going
Road.
to continue, I guess we're going to go 74. We're not on Highway 9 anymore, remember?
Yeah.
So we're taking the interstate here now. And we're going to go west for a little bit and then south on 26. And we're getting off here now. Take 26.
Now take the exit on the right.
And And now we're getting on 26 here on the new fancy on-ramp. We are off at Highway 14 now, and gonna go right here, which takes us down through Landrum and down Highway 14. Wow, directly into the sun. Yeah, we're heading down Highway 14, and now we're on a detour. I'm taking Greg home today. He lives about 20 some miles south of me in South Carolina. So we're heading there today and drop him off, and then I'll head home. So that about concludes today's trip. About 304 miles so far. I've got another 15 or so to go to get to my house. I drove down and picked up Greg today, and we took off north, and it was a good ride. Got a lot seen, a lot of interesting areas. If you like today's video, go ahead and click the like button. If you'd like to not miss any upcoming videos, click the subscribe and click the bell icon, and you'll get notified when a new video posts. If you'd like to buy yourself a Tesla, the referral link shown here at the bottom of the screen will get you 1,000 miles or 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging. That code is good worldwide. Thank you for watching. I'll look for you again, and take care.